All right, so start recording. Currently looking to build Sejuani. Gonna go like curve mid range, not pure aggro with all the cheap drops. So we're probably looking at like a 5 or 6 1 drops, 6 2 drops, like 6 3s, 6 4s, few fives into Sedge, and we'll see where we get with the spells, whether we have to scale any guys back or not. Currently, we are sitting at 6 1 drops. The rationale here is Omenhawk pumps guys, and he's a dude. Prowling Cutthroat can get in for plunders. Jagged Butcher is just a big guy. We're not really likely to run 2-2-2 like this, but if we go with 6 of them, we could decide to play them out and see how we felt about each of the options and kind of go from there. Because Omenhawk's pretty terrible, like endgame. But any of those guys you get pumped can kind of start being obscene, and we'll see and talk about that shortly. As a backup plan, we have Ye Be Warned and Spell Shocker as available options. If we find that we need to have the Spell Mana available and aren't able to get it because let's say we're hitting curve or something, and Ye Be Warned as the pull a guy in so that we can, answer it that we normally can't answer under normal circumstances. Something with like an unyielding, we can throw vulnerable on the guy, and then just go rip him off to the very end if we need to, if we don't have like challenger setups. 2 drops is kind of where things get clunky, right? Like, because we have a Verosan Sentry to draw, which is great. We can decide to go Black Market Merchant instead. If we hit the Plunder, he's technically, better than Sentry? Because you get it, discounted card, and he works with the other stuff.
Mhm.
Have you played with Hired Gun?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
haven't.
He's in the list, or she's in the list, 3 off, and the list that I've been running. It's she's just kind of a body, and then she gives that vulnerable, right? Same reasons you're talking about EV warned.
Uh, yeah, except you be warned costing 1 means if we miss like a 1 drop and we hit the rest of the curve, we'll have you be warned up, and you be warned
Right.
filters itself.
Mm,
So like this does it in a body. I don't know if we have the slots for it. The rationale being is like, okay, we want access to Black Market Merchant, potentially Ice Veil Archer, um, Ruthless Raider. I think is the big one that I want access to.
mm,
Um, the rationale here with Ruthless Raider is that unless a guy has 3 health to block, we're going to get in for the damage um, when it swings. Like otherwise, it's irrelevant. And like the big part is in future rounds swinging, we still want to be able to get damage in to make sure that Sedge is getting the level up. The other thing is
right.
she
Yeah.
destroys all the like little crappy one spider things. Anyone plays a what? Oh god, what's the 1/4 that's a 1/3 now?
Oh, the boom crew.
Yeah, Boom Crew. You just like ruin his life.
Right. Yeah.
If she ever gets the Omen Hawk pump, she is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. Yep.
Like, because at that point, then she starts surviving Mystic Shocks. Is that going to be something that we really run into? Probably not.
Yeah. I
But
think, in this build, you're right. You go with the Ruthless Leader and then the Black Market Merchant because the merchant's going to pull out removal too, right? As soon
yeah,
as people see that guy drop, they try to kill him
yeah,
for obvious reasons, right? Because if you leave him alive, he just eats your deck alive all game.
yeah. So I put an
That's
Ice Spell
so
Archer there
good.
so we don't forget about him.
Yep.
We're likely going to see how shit works and whether we go 3 Black Market Merchants or what. But I'd say like those are the 3 stronger ones, whereas Black Market is probably just better than Sentry. And in general, we do need to be aggressive. So like, uh, I don't know. Let's say you fake the pass on 2, or you have like the 1 or whatever. If you fake the pass on 2 and they play a guy and then you Ice Veil Archer, they're not blocking it.
Mhm.
Especially like that can be like largely relevant versus what like aggressive decks. They're like, oh, here's a 1 drop, and you're just like Ice Veil Archer on 2. That guy's 0 swing. Unless they
Right.
play a guy like you just don't care. So I definitely want I think 6 there from now, unless we can't find 3s, then we can come back and put additional 2s and probably not feel terrible because Ice Veil Archer you can play like at any point in the game. We'll come back for spells later. Should probably just shut the spells off to be honest with you, so that we don't kind of get tricked by those. Stalking Wolf used to be great. I don't think he's very good here unless we have a bunch of tricks. Giving them a blocker when we're trying to set up Plunder seems bad. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
on to the 3s. We have another elusive guy, but this guy has vulnerable. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know if we can actively bring ourselves to do that. I
Yeah,
did not.
that's a tough drop.
I actually did not notice this Jagged Taskmaster. Like, does this change any of our one drop plans? Well statted, 4/3, so it's overstatted. If we hit the Plunder with
Mhm.
it, Omen Hawks, Prowling Cutthroats, and Jagged Butchers all get bigger.
Mhm.
Mm,
I mean, she fits the bill of going aggressive, right? So,
yeah, but she doesn't have Overwhelm or anything. Like,
right.
Mighty Portal has Overwhelm. Um, Jaw Hunters gets what, guys? Petty Officer makes an extra dude. Rhyme Fang Wolf, if we have Frost, is really strong. Um, Oddly enough, Monkey Idol
I
does
was
something.
I was testing that a little bit today. I haven't got a lot of games in with it yet, but my theory is that he spawns that monkey, and if it, no matter what I'm plundering, right, and then it
Yeah,
saves my warning shots for later, so that I can use them to activate Sedge if I need to, or Rex, right?
yeah.
It's,
The only weird thing about this guy is what? That when he does that plunder, if it was a pass situation, then you can't play a dude. So like let's say you play monkey on 3 and then so you play monkey idol on 3, you pass, it makes a powder monkey. You couldn't play the 4 drop unless they swung into him for some reason. If you played it on their 3 for monkey idol and then you got to your round, then you could swing in yes and you don't care. And then you could
mm.
jam the 4 drop. I just don't know how I feel about it in general.
Yeah,
But
also it takes up 2 slots, right? So especially with, trying to play on curve, you might run into issues where you run out of board space as well.
yeah. So I think at that point, writing down Monkey Idol, if we felt we needed additional Plunder or Sejuani setups,
Yeah.
um, makes sense. I don't think we really know where we want to go. Um, we have to write down Rhyme Fang if we have enough Frost. Because the thing is once Sejuani comes down, if Sejuani Frost people, normally you win anyways, but Rhyme Fang can actually just kill any guy, right? Oh, I'm playing
Right.
against Endor.
Yeah, I
Sedge.
think the
Yeah.
monkey, and another point on the monkey idol is that if it depends on the spell suite, I think that's what you're getting at. But if you don't go heavy on stealing cards and plunder effects, then maybe it's not well suited here, right? If
Yeah.
you go more frost, then maybe the Rhyme Fang starts beating that out, right?
Yeah. I think it'll boil down to like as we're playing, whether we're finding ourselves struggling to initiate plunder frequently, or if we're getting like
Hmm.
run over. Realistically, we should have frost up, so we shouldn't be getting run over by any deck.
Hmm.
Um. All right. So I think we'll put no threes in for now. Technically, sorry, I lied. We have access to Misfortune. I'm gonna put one so we don't
Right.
forget her.
Right.
No way in hell we won Braum. I'm gonna put one of these there, one of those there, so when we get to 4s in a second. But Misfortune sets up the automatic. We swung, we got our plunder. So I
Yep.
think in that regard, for our attacks, we really don't need something like Monkey Idol. But if we felt we
Right.
needed to kind of defend frequently with it, that is an option, as well as what just if we play. So if we swung out, is where Monkey Idol is better. I think. Like if we let's say they were evens, we played a guy on 2, we got to our round and we swung immediately. Then
Hmm.
we play Monkey Idol, it's fine. Whereas if we play Misfortune and then try to swing, it could cause an issue somehow. Um, like we can come back to that and see where we're at. Cause what the fuck?
Oh man.
What did you guys mess up? Welcome to my life.
Well, all
Everything's going
right.
great. Yeah,
See
fuck
how
you.
good are.
See if it's somewhere else. No, it would just be called new deck. All I got is random shit. My naming sense is funny. Well,
Just more and more periods.
yeah. All the periods. All right, so we had one of these, one of you, a couple of you. I'll make the sedge at the end. If we decide on running 3, I just don't want to do it early and then be like, oh, I didn't use it. Maybe we'll refund this. We shut off the spells because we will come back for those. Said 2.
Hmm.
Threes we weren't really sure of, but that could free us up for our Ice Veil Archer shenanigans if we want. Ember Maiden's another option. The main concern is we can't Ember Maiden very well if we have Prowling Cutthroats
Right, right.
and Ice Veil Archers. It works really well with Raider, though. You're just like, swing with Raider, okay, and then you're like, Ember Maiden, get burnt. Um,
Mhm.
so Ember Maiden is a really good enabler in that front, but if you're playing against Control, that's a terrible card, so like it would be like a 2 of max. So we'll add 1 so we don't forget about it. But we're coming back for probably Rhyme Fang anyways. So 4 is where things kind of get sticky. Where do we want to go? Because we have Ash, we have access to Twisted Fate, we have where's our buddies? Yordle Grifter. If we're gonna be plundering, we need a Yordle Grifter.
Right.
Zap Sprayfin. Got the Elusive. It gets us one of our spells. That's an option. If we want to ramp to do something, Wolf Rider's an option. It has the Overwhelm. So like, where do we go? Actually, I gotta put this back on because we're gonna be missing shit otherwise. Complete brash scrambler, guys. Oh. That thing is actually really scary. Not gonna lie. Yeah. So it's just like, what's the, I guess, what's the overall goal? I'd say we're looking at 6/4s, and it's probably 2 Yordle Grifters minimum. Probably actually want 3 if we're forcing Sejuani.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So it's just like, we could cut Wolf Rider entirely to run Ashes and Yordle Grifters, but then we have to fix our 3-drops a bit. And we lose pretty much access to Misfortune if we're going Trip Ash, Trip Sejuani. So maybe we don't like go full YOLO in that front. We could go like 2 Sedges, 3 Ashes and a Misfortune or something. Or 2 Ashes, 2 Misfortunes, and 2 Sejuanis. But if we're going to be built on Sejuani coming down and ending the game or something like that, then we can't do that front. Twist of Fate, we don't have any real AoE. I guess if we have Ember Maidens, Twist of Fate's irrelevant. I think there's just no space for him in general. We're not going to draw a ton of cards.
Right. He's kind of small too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's fairly easy to remove, so
Yeah.
he's just fragile.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like if you're looking at, I guess I'm just trying to think, like if you go Ash, that
Mhm.
changes your spell package quite a bit, right?
My spell package
Just
is probably already going with like at least 2 Brittle Steels and a couple of flash freezes.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, I guess in that point it would be, that's not bad then, right? Because that's what I'm just thinking. It's like, well, you gotta make room for the frostbite stuff, right? Instead of maybe the full steel plunder card suite,
um,
the
so we would
warning
only be running.
shots and
We'd only be running 3 of those, and I don't know if we would have ran warning shots main besides 2 max from something like that.
right.
Depends on how far plunder, and like that's the thing. Like we can't go too deep. Um,
Mhm.
so it's just like I wanted to use the plunder stuff to kind of maintain additional cards, so we're not running out.
Right.
Um, and we need to go for damage anyways with Sejuani, so that should be like, okay, we need to set up plunders more frequently than not. So I think 4s are just in a really weird spot. I guess we can leave 4 alone and kind of see what we're looking at in the 5 and 6 area, and then like go with spells, what spells we like, then come back and readjust accordingly based on what the rest of the deck looks like. Which is weird, but that's why I have like a whole bunch of 1-ofs. But we do have 5 4-drops here right now, so I'd say we're probably looking at 2 and 2 bare minimum for these, if not like a 3 and then like cutting them and running more Ashes or something. So I think taking up the 6 slots there is fine. We're short on some of our slots for 3-drops, but we've taken up the other drops accordingly. If I've been doing this the whole time anyways, I might as well just go put silly shit. These are just available options so we can scroll through later. I don't know how I feel about Jaw Hunter's 1 health. I think we would probably want to try to avoid getting blown out by any of the control decks running the 1 damage AoE spells or like Vile Feast and stuff. Static Shocks. So we'll probably make these proper adjustments to avoid those things soon. Mighty Poro. Gotta play Heart of Fluffs, guys. I think Golden Narwhal's real funny from the... Like, the vulnerable thing's really weird, but If you're not playing against aggro, like, do you care?
Yeah,
And
maybe not.
if you're playing against aggro, like, aren't you already in a good spot? Like, we're frost.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at fives, we have the always mighty Everest and Hearthguard. We've got what, a hunting fleet to go beat up a narwhal after. That's a big
A
dude.
7. A 7/5 for 5 mana.
Yeah, but he gives your opponent a 2/4 elusive with vulnerable.
Yeah, but I guess it's designed to you play it, then you just pull that in,
Yeah,
right?
but there's also a 4/4 elusive with the with the tune. 4/4 elusive's very big. I think the one I want to work with is actually with this guy though. If we plundered, then we actually have a 5-drop 6/6 overwhelm that gives our guys with 5 power overwhelm. So
Yeah.
we'd have to go back and see kind of what we're working with. But heck, hold on, let me save this before we do this again. Um, before we get to it, like we're probably gonna see that we're running Riptide Rex.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I
can
don't
you?
think you can't run him. He's so good.
You can't not run. Yeah, yeah. So imagine
Yeah, can't
imagine if
not run
Riptide
him.
Rex also had Overwhelm after like he came down. It's like whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
So that plunder effect is, or that summon effect is everything, even summon, right?
yeah,
Other allies.
yeah. So if we
It's pretty
pump
good.
anything big enough, it has Overwhelm. So Ash will get Overwhelm off of this.
Yeah. It definitely helps the cause.
So like the only ones that realistically stand out here are Hearthguard, Wave Rider, Spirit Walker. All right, we got enough wild cards to make these. Probably should have returned one of those. I'm gonna undo all those. Let's do 2. This gives us some freedom where we're not super like enthralled by our 5s. Where if we want to go 4s and 6, it's not a huge issue. Um, 6 drops is, god damn it, I got just 6 drops is what? Pretty much like, do we run an Alpha Wild Claw, a Citrus
Yeah.
Courier, Devourer of
Citrus
Depths?
Courier's not terrible, right? That three health and rally can really put people, can just win you the game, really.
Yeah, but it's going to boil
Especially
down
if,
on what we have, right? Like if we're playing with
right?
warning shots in Yordle Grifters, then you could do something with that, and that works really well with Ash because you did stuff and then swing on their turn, so you're just like, oh, heal my dude, swing. But there's like really weird situations there at the same time still. Um, see if there's anything else we'd want. I'm not really amused by Scar Mother. I don't think They Who Endure is something we're looking to do here since we don't make a bunch of dudes. Giving everyone vulnerable. That's actually a really hilarious way to screw someone's life over, though.
Right.
All right, you got a board. Cool. I'm going to put my exact blocks. All my guys got Challenger for the round. And you're like, what the fuck? And they have it forever, so.
Yeah. Always you force Sejuani to overwhelm something at the
Yeah.
first slot, and then you frost everything.
From here, this is where it gets interesting because of Riptide Rex and Tusk Raider.
Hmm.
So I think Riptide Rex is just like the automatic. But Tusk Raider with Ursine Spirit Walker is kind of where things get interesting because all of your guys get huge. But I don't know how often we go into the super late game. That's the question, right? Like if you're running Ashes and Sejuanis, how often do you actually get to a state where you didn't just go, you get obliterated in combat or you can't block me? Because if
Yeah,
Ash,
and that's
yeah,
generally how it feels. I mean, if you get the combo off, it's like you're either just dropping the Riptide Rex and killing them, or you don't really ever get to the point where you are. Sometimes you get to the point where you can drop 2 Riptides or whatever, but it doesn't happen very often.
yeah. I didn't realize she's kind of small, but it's irrelevant. We're happy there. All right. So I think we have a base idea of what we're trying to go with, and it looks like we're just gonna kind of go plunder. But we'll go check the. Let me put one of these to the side. We'll go peep the spells, and I think spells is realistically where everything kind of comes together.
Hmm.
Because like a battle fury to overwhelm guy is ridiculous. So if it's just like if you wanted just a separate win condition on top, just don't run
Yeah.
Rex Rider. Like any guy
I,
with overwhelm swings in, and then they're like, "Oh, do stuff," and you're like,
yeah.
+8 kill you.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, I think the Battle Fury just takes the place of the Tusk Raider, right? I mean, it's
um, yeah, Tusk Raider tutors up Sedge. So like, if you get to Plunder Tusk Raider, you have you pretty much end up with like a 12-14 Sejuani.
right.
Because she gets the pump before you tutor. So then like you play her and it's just like, okay.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. So Harshman's is an option. The rest of these do not seem very good here. Um, there is the remove an attacking
I will
ally
s-
from combat to rally.
Yeah, I will say Fear of the North might need some consideration. For 4 mana, 4/4, +4/+4, burst has been helpful at times. It's just weird because it's it's her card, right? So if you have two Sejuanis in hand, you play one, then you get that. So I don't know if it's worth a spot, but um, I don't.
I
It's
think
okay.
I think it's reasonable. I make one to put one in there for now.
Yeah.
Um, I think our guys are too small for Avalanche, or normally speaking, at least they're just a little small.
Right.
And we should just be swinging anyway, so the board shouldn't get like clogged up. And if it gets clogged, that's probably not killing whatever we have issues with anyways. I love me some flash freeze. Flash freeze. Put a couple of those in. Shared spoils, I think, is a really interesting one. I just don't know if there's ever been enough time to kind of get that going.
Yeah.
Pilfered
I'd
Goods.
just rather Pilfered
Yeah,
Goods, really, I think.
Pilfered Goods is like the godly one, right? And then Make
Right.
It Rain is the one that is our pretty much our board removal.
Yeah.
And everything past that we like don't really care about. I mentioned EB warned way back. There's a and after that it's like Warning Shot, Brittle Steel, or Elixir of Iron for our options.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. All right. So we have a big deck right now. How many? We got 10 spells. So let me go do some rough math real quick. So I think we're probably gonna run like. It depends on what we're doing with those stupid black markets. I feel like it's how many ones we won. But
Hmm.
let's say I go with 6. If we go 6 on 1, 6 on 2, 6 on 3, 6 4s, 3 5s, 3 6s, and 2 times 8, then 24, 30, we're at 32. That's still only 8 spells. So we're currently at 10, meaning we have 3 Pilfer, 3 Make It Rain, 2 Flash,
Yeah, I
Harshman,
mean,
and a Fury.
mm,
So, like, there's a few too many. And I guess now is where we have to decide, like, okay, do we want to go a little bit of Frost? Because Sejuani could trigger once and realistically have Ash leveled up on her own.
yeah.
Um, what's our major concerns, I guess, and what do we expect to be seeing? Uh,
Um, I think, yeah, I think Warning Shot should be in there. Because I don't know if you cannot run it, and we have a fair amount of plunder that we need to have happen, right? And plus we need Sedge to level up. Um,
all
so
right.
you're saying what are we you said we're targeting 8 spells?
Current number is 8, unless we're adjusting. So it's right now we have 6 1s, 6 2s, 6 3s, 6 4s, 3 5s, 3 6s. We can scale back from somewhere to fit additional spells, and then we have 2 8s with Riptide. So those are the 3 5s. Those are the 6 4s. We're actually missing 2 of the 3s. No, sorry, we're missing 1 3 based on this stat.
Mm.
Um, we have 6 2s and 6 1s. So yeah, if we put in the other 3-drop, then we'd have to cut 4 spells. Oh, actually, no, I'm missing this extra Sejuani. No, Sejuani's there. I don't know where I'm missing somewhere on this number. I know we have 6-1s, 6-2s. We don't have 6-3s. We have 6-4s, 3-5s, and 3-6s with 2-8s. So unless I messed up math somewhere, 24, 30, 32. No, I didn't
We
mess
have
up the math.
4. We have 4 6s. We have 3 Sejuanis and 1 harsh winds.
Okay, yeah, yeah. If we go up the third unit, we'll have to remove 4. So to remove the 4 spells to put to 8. So like we could
Mm.
cut what, a couple 3-drops and probably
Yes.
survive an issue. Hmm.
I think Ember Maiden is probably could if we're gonna cut 3 drops, Ember Maiden's probably the first to go because she kills all the little stuff that we.
Well, I think Petty Offers is the one we obviously just don't run.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like
So we don't have any keg synergy, and it feels real bad when he spawns just a terrible Poro or something.
yeah. So like, do we want Misfortune or not? I guess is the question here. Like, do we go like a 2-2-2 or do we go like a 2-1-3? I think 3 Sejuani just makes the most sense.
Right.
Um, I guess we can try the initial concept, which was the overwhelms and plunders, and kind of just go away from needing um, Ash and a bunch of Big Frost.
Hmm.
So then that makes space for 3 there. We can 3 of him, and we can decide whether we want Zaps or Wolf Riders in a second. Misfortunes. Monkey Idol's that weird spot. But
Yeah.
this is the correct number of 3s now. So like now this is essentially where we decide what we're running, what we're not running. Do we want to scale back on certain stuff?
Mm.
We don't have Brittle Steels, so like Rhyme Fang Wolf's not very good there. But this is just the number of 3s that we have available. So I guess the question is are we happy with the 12 spells? Which is 1 Harsh Wind, 1 Fury, 2 Flash Freezes,
3 Pilfereds,
3
2 warning
Pilfers, 3
shots.
Make It Rain, and 2 Warning Shots.
Actually, I think that sounds pretty good. Actually, I mean, it gives you seems like a nice balance of utility and removal. Right, you have that late
Okay.
6 drop.
So we got to cut 4 slots then.
I think
We could technically cut a 5 because we have so many 4s.
right.
So do we want... I guess how many big guys would... Like Riptide Rex would get Overwhelm. Pretty much nobody else. I guess anyone who got Fury of the North would have Overwhelm.
Mm.
So like if we were going with Spirit Walkers, then it would make sense to just run more Furies.
Oh yeah, because it's anything over.
Yeah. Also, without Brittle Steels, we don't have those the early game combat wins either. We're a little behind in that regard, but I think it's still probably fine.
I guess do you need to have the Spirit Walker pump the plus the over 5 power guys to make it worth the 5 drop? I don't.
No, but he's
I
just.
mean,
Oh, you mean? I mean,
yeah.
like to make it worth playing just a 6/6 Overwhelm.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad stat line.
No, the stat line's insane when he's like that. 6/6 Overwhelm for 5 is really good. It's 5 drop
Mm.
4/6 when you could get like Hearthguard.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're going the Overwhelm Plunder route, so it makes sense to just go that way.
Right.
Unless we just go with Elusive. Elusive Attune is just what? Ridiculous because people can't block it well.
Yep.
And it sets you up for the spells a little bit better. But I think Wave Riders where we start to decide like, hey, are we running like elusive stuff with like Zap Spray Fins, or are we going like Wolf Rider for fat guys? Because
Yeah.
the Wolf Rider, if we're going Wolf Rider, it skips 5 very frequently if you're hitting Wolf Rider
Yeah.
with Plunder. But
Mhm.
even then, like getting the extra, getting bigger faster is not really relevant as much as this just has Overwhelm. It has Overwhelm and can bring us up the gem.
Right.
Whereas like going up the gem gets us to Riptide Rex faster, and Riptide Rex is just bananas. Or
Yeah.
we could skip on them entirely, go like 3 Zap Spray Fins, or I don't have 3 apparently. We'll decide on that in a second. Zap Spray Fins to go into like Spirit Walkers. Problem is Zap
Yeah.
Spray Fin and Grifter are just small. We'll like
Yep.
be behind as soon as 4 and 5 hit roughly.
Mhm.
But Spray Fin gets us +1, can hit Warning Shot, could hit Make It Rain, could hit Pilfered Goods.
Yeah. I think he's really good
Yeah.
in that regard to make sure that you have that pull on 4 to set up your plundering effects
All right. So
if you need it,
if
right?
we cut a 4, cut a 3, and cut a 1, that'll leave us with 11 spell slots.
Mm.
So we have 1 spell slot too many used up, and we still have to cut a guy. I think, hold on. This is with 5 threes. And we still have to cut a 1-drop. Misfortunes probably make it a bit easier to do things. I don't know how much I like Jagged Butcher. He's big in general, right? Like, he's good for swinging, but he doesn't...
Mhm. Yeah, it's often hard to plunder to hit his plunder effect, right? Because you draw him and then you
Yeah.
just play him out. So, like you said, he's just a 2/2 for the most part when I've played him. I mean, if we're cutting threes, you said there needs to be some cuts, right? I think the monkey idol, if we're going 3 misfortune, it's maybe the monkey idol's not needed anymore.
Yeah. And we don't have enough frost for Rhyme Fang either. So, like,
Right.
we could run Trip Misfortune and then have additional 2 and 4 if we wanted. I have 7 twos right now. 3 threes. So with that, we're at 21, 27. Still at 29, I think. On a 7 twos. So this should be exact right now. Yeah, we're exactly 40. So like we could try to run it like this. Do we want the third black merchant is the question.
Um. Yeah, I think. I'm trying to think. What would you? I think so. I mean, if we're gonna run 3 pilfered goods,
And
it's
3
just
grifters. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile having him in there, and he just draws out so much removal too. It can help maybe some of the big guys get through.
Reasonable. Mm. Man, I don't have enough of these guys. I want to try this. I want to see if this guy's as bananas as I feel like he might be.
The slippery guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'd have to potentially use a plunder in order to set up Spirit Walker. So
Yep.
like if we went Grifter into Spirit Walker, that's kind of like insane, right? But
Yeah.
we'd have to burn the warning shot at that point.
Right.
Whereas if we go like Grifter into Wave Rider swing, we don't feel nearly as bad, right? And then we can save the warning shot for Sedge or Riptide Rex, and like I think those are the bigger things.
Yeah.
Um, I think with the elusives, I want the extra fury for the north. If someone tries to burn one of the guys out and you fury, they kind of get blown out.
Yeah, yeah, it's come in handy at times for sure.
Or if you do it on like a ruthless raider and just swat them in the face, it's like, oh, okay, haha, screw you. Um, so yeah, I guess it boils down to whether running this guy's good enough or not. I,
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? The 1/1, it like you said, it's hard to block, but it just dies to withering whales, static shocks, and
yeah, we have no one else that dies to any of those, right? Oh no, we have
right.
Icevale Archer.
Yeah, I mean, Omen Hawk don't
Omen
really
Hawk, yeah, yeah, but
care all that much about
she she
him.
she technically comes down the same time as Omen Hawk, like they're the one
Right?
drops for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And it's relevant to get those first couple plunders in too, to
Yeah,
be like get on your way to leveling Sedge. Because if you miss that and it takes you to like round 3 to start hitting the Nexus,
it's real
you're in a
bad.
rough
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, I think trying this might make sense. Man, we really don't get anything from this Spirit Walker besides just being a beefcake.
Yeah.
I almost really want to run just 3 rounders, but like,
Take all this elusiveness.
all these. Well, like if we're hitting these attunes, right? Like you're like spray fan
Yeah.
1 spell mana, on curve slippery wayfinder at 2 spell mana. So then like you're like
Hmm.
now you can swing and play plunder.
Right.
Oh yeah, we cut a 4. I'm like, hey, can we get a space for this other one? Yeah, whatever. We can ride like this and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think we need that many merchants. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, you might be right.
We could technically cut the like if we want the extra guy, we could cut a pilfered good for the black market. The, the
Hmm.
the main differential is you lose that first part, which is draw non-champion card. Because if you
Right.
hit plunder, you get the extra draw. If you hit this guy hits plunder, you got the draw. So it's whether you want to pay 2 to draw 2 cards or have the access to the eighth guy. The eighth 2 drop might actually be relevant. We're gonna try this. Seems a little crazy, but I think we'll be okay. Shh, don't worry. All right, let's go. Let's go right into ranked.
What rank are you?
The same one as before.
Have you climbed it all
No,
this season?
I've played 0 games.
Oh man.
So like that last time I played deep and I posted it, that was it.
Oh man, that's been a minute.
That's been a long time. I got like a solid 25 to 30 minutes, so we can get like 3 games here.
Look at this pile.
Did we make the third sedge?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look at that. That's a starting hand right there.
that's an entire hand we're keeping because Icefell Archer will come down
Yeah.
on 4 if he needs to.
Right.
They're like, oh, here's a big guy. It's like, oh, you want to swing with that Elise into my Icevale Archer that they don't have because Elise isn't in the deck. Like, no problem.
Big dudes.
So I guess if he Vile Feasts me here, I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
Oh!
But 5/5 elusive.
We love the Omen Hawks even more now. Oh, yeah, I definitely want Elusives. When it's a 5/5 Elusive, it's like, oh, this is great. This is great. Come on, play something, bro. Okay.
Take that card from
Oh,
you. Oh, what?
I don't really want that
Not.
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say not a great start to the plundering.
Oh,
Oh man, big boy Rex.
sure.
Huh.
He's going to get that flip now.
Yep.
Now I feel a little bit terrible.
But doesn't she pull? She pulls like the strongest ally that died, right?
Yeah.
So nothing's gonna die that's worth pulling at this point.
No. But he's playing prankster shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll take 3.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly. I can actually block with this. It's because if I play Misfortune and then swing, because this guy would actually just get blocked. I think we're fine
Mm-hmm.
taking the damage here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hope you feel like a boss, you jerk. We're gonna start seeing ridiculous stuff soon, though. But this is why elusives are great. Forget everybody else. Oh,
Speaking of elusives.
I don't. Hmm. I can get like a make it rain or something. We can get what? Make it rain. We can get warning
Warning
shot.
shot.
Nope, right here. Boom, misfortune. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, uh-oh. Oh man.
He did that a turn too late. Or does she retroactively pull the strongest thing?
No, no, no. Once you swing, she'll pull it each time.
Oh, right.
I'm not concerned. I think. Uh. Damn it! I hate you.
Yeah. That sucked.
Scumbag. Luckily, I played the correct one.
Yeah, the big one.
We're swinging immediately, though. Oh, you want to black spear me, eh? All right, all right. You could have her. He's like, I'm tired of this. It's like, yeah, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That guy is annoying.
I got somebody big enough. Let's go. And it has overwhelm now. Look at that.
Slippery.
Like it matters. Sure, sure. You get to drain me. What a douchebag. All right. All right. So I know I need to throw those guys into blockers. Where are my spells at?
Yeah. Can any of them.
I don't know what you're
What's
trying to
he?
do.
Yeah,
Because I'm
what's
going to
he? I
block
was gonna
those.
say.
And I'm going to swat the shit out of you. All right.
Well, you can.
Do I want to get like a make it rain or something? I guess I want like a warning shot here, because if I hit the warning shot, then I get to play the Riptide
Riptide
Rex on the
Rex.
start of mine, yeah. He's like, that guy got to die. Okay.
All right, dude.
Rawr.
There's some elusive. There it is.
Pretty sure there's no way I don't do this here.
That top deck.
And he has Overwhelm.
Oh, oh yeah, that is a thick Rex.
The make it rain gets to kill the other guys after. Or try to, at least.
Blade.
Ruination. I was like, oh, you're a big guy. I have to block you, huh?
That's what he was scheming.
I guess I can swing with no, the Ursine has to stay. This guy has to go. Right? No, because I can't hit him at all.
Hmm. Yeah, you just go in with the elusives.
If I swing with everybody, I get 6 here. Then we have 14. He can block all 8 of it. Yeah, so we have to just go like this, which is really unfortunate. So his 1/1 goes and kills me. I have to hope to rip the frost spell.
Yes. That and hope he doesn't have an atrocity. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you get 3 or less? What?
Yeah, yeah. So he doesn't. Or no, he still does have atrocity mana up. Wait, should you wait to do that?
No, I would die if I don't. I go to 4 here. I mean, I go to 1.
Oh, right, right.
I only lived because this 0/2 ruins his life. I have enough elusive. Oh no! Stupid shark
Damn
carrier.
it. Damn
Runs that
it.
shit. Yep.
Somehow dodge the atrocity, but then the Neverglade gets you.
Yep.
Playing Vlad.
Where was Sedge? Where was
Or
Sedge?
Vlad Sedge, I mean.
What happened?
You playing Vlad Sedge?
No. Sedge
Oh,
Misfortune.
it's Bilge. Yeah, I got you. Alright, anyways, I just hopped in real quick. So I've got like it has to be broken up into 2 Discord posts, but it's the Runeterra tournament announcement we're hosting.
Okay.
Do you care if I spam it in the Legends Runeterra channel?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna put it in there and then but I'm gonna pop out because I'm making dinner too.
Okay.
Alright, see ya.
Peace out. Didn't like you. Loved you. Give me more. Wait a second. I want more of that, both of those.
Yeah, those kind of worked better than I
Alright, what did I just
anticipated,
make? I thought I just made one of these. What did I just
Yeah,
create?
what just happened?
A fury?
Wait.
I don't know what I made there. All right. So just for a second, guys, we're gonna exit this game and come back in.
I actually had to take off, Joe, but
Alright.
if you post up the deck, I'll try to get some reps in with it. What'd you come up with?
All right. All right. Sounds good.
Cool. Good talking to you.
Peace out.
See ya.
Where were you, Sejuani? We needed you. All right. It's not popping up for some reason, though, because it hates me. There we go. All right. What did we just cut? Cut a 5-drop. Could I put another one of these? We didn't do much with our spell mana, though. That was kind of disheartening. Stealing cards wasn't amazing either. I wasn't, like, enthralled. But we would have been able to do stuff with our spell mana at that point. So let's go with this. See how that works. Because we need to use up our spell mana. We actually don't have the Plunder much anymore. I think we just have a bunch of Elusive. Not having big guys means we actually don't hit that hard when we frost everything. So there are some complications with the overall concept of how the deck's operating. Keep the Ruthless Raider because we hit on 2. There we go. We got the 1. So we'll go Ruthless Raider on his 2 and then swing. If he swings, we block immediately. If we swung and got Mystic Shotted, it would have been ass. This grasp we found is hilarious, by the way. So our top... Oh, no. Those are the first Omen Hawk's already used up. Um... If he swings with that, I just block with the little Omen Hawk. Thermal? Yeah, you can have that. So yeah, the Mystic shot that would have hit us would have sucked. But we could make it rain into a black market if we want. Which I think we're going to do here. We want to swing with 2 guys next round. So that's sweet if he swings out and messes with our shit. Yeah, we'll go like this. Oh, actually, hold on. Super Pump might be better. Now we have a glimpse for the next one. Oh god, this poor guy. Misfortune swing into a Riptide Rex. Yeah, thanks guys.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good. Porting in. Swiftly.
Not gonna take the double up just in case something stupid happens. The odds of me drawing all that, not high. But you know what? Let's play it safe.
Set sail.
5 Frost, I can't play both of those. But I keep her alive. I don't care about that anyways.
Love ya.
The Riptide kills. I'm not sure how much we actually need Warning Shot. We don't have as much Plunder anymore. So I think Warning Shot's in the actual deck. The only thing it realistically does there is tries to set up Sejuani. I guess it's the Rex thing too. But that's what Grifter's for, right? It's supposed to play Grifter at some point. So at that point, I think I cut one of the Warning Shots for maybe another Plunder card or something. Whereas I just feel like the Elusives plus Fury of the North set up a win condition on its own. I'm okay holding a Warning Shot here just for the Merchant. Because it lets me do it on their round and hit curve properly.
Lucky you. I'm the last thing you see. I'll be quick.
See if he Mystic Shots it or something. I was okay with that. All right.
The winter's claw strikes.
I think I'm fine banking the mana here. I'll open with a Misfortune if he plays something like a Solitary Monk or something. We're good. Because I can Ice Veil Archer. The deny is going to be nice. All right.
Time for a true display of skill.
We're going to freeze him like that because it we don't run into a deny here with the Get Excited. Stunning his guy seems pretty pointless to us. Or actually, it's not pointless. It gives us a dude.
No way.
Static Shock here would suck ass, but we still have a deny. He'd have to have the deny backup.
Leaping into action.
We could static our own guy if we need to. Do I need to kill this thing? I think we're fine with this.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Where there is life, there is hope.
I don't know if the Will of Ionia makes sense. Why don't I tap out in the next round? She costs 6.
Breathe in, breathe out. The order rewards its faithful. They cannot hide.
If you play the spell, like, we get guys here, so we get to swing with this, and the Eye of the Tune does it. So we get a 3/2 here. We need the spell mana to back us up. Oh, the burst. Boo. We'll deny that so that we can get our guy to swing with in the next round.
What is gained when you return malevolence? Not all mean well. You cannot escape.
Like, not being able to play Karma there is brutal for him.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though. The answer lies within. We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
I don't particularly care about this Make It Rain. It's just so I can clear off dudes and swing more. And get another guy in the process.
Master.
Many past lives in a single soul.
I forgot that his burst. Oh, it's so broken. He drew so many cards there. There's no way he doesn't have a deny. How do I get around this shit?
Breathe in, breathe out.
Why you gotta miss, bro?
Like
Oh shit.
Zan will bloom.
That hurt a lot. Yep,
Behold
that hurt a
my
lot.
masterwork.
Oh, he only hit one. Give me Sejuani. Come on, dude. Don't do this shit to me.
This land is ours.
Oh, wait. Oh, the copy is the one. Savage.
Know the value of coin. I am prepared. Who dares approach me? By force of will. We each hold a world within. Out before they know they're bleeding.
All right. Oh, he's gonna draw the deny. There's no way he doesn't have the deny here. Like, whatever. Or I guess that's all. The deny is largely irrelevant for that. I actually forgot that his skill goes right away. So I would have done that ages ago. I don't know if I'd say forgot. I had no idea.
We're done for.
This is how he dies when he tries to play anything besides will. He like plays a burn spell and he gets furied. It's like, oh, I lose if he has will, right? Like, yeah, that's fine. He surrendered. Did he surrender because he just put it in my hands? I don't know what that was about, guys. I don't know one bit. But I unfortunately no longer have any time to play for tonight. Thanks for watching. And this was us trying to Get there with some new age shit. I'll throw the code at the end of the link. But thanks for watching. Deuces.